I would like to call this meeting to order. Will the secretary please call the roll?
Mrs. Becker?
Here.
Mr. Carangelo?
Present.
Mrs. Chu? Mr. Sismar?
Here.
Mrs. Guas?
Here.
Mr. Hong?
Here.
Mrs. Reese? Mr. Winston? And President Lax.
Here, we have a quorum. Please rise to salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the rights of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed and acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the East Brunswick Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted at the Board of Education offices. Written notice was also provided to the Sentinel, the Newark Star Ledger, the Home News and Tribune, and the Municipal Clerk of East Brunswick. All Board of Education meetings, with the exception of executive sessions, discussions, are videotaped for later broadcast. It is the policy of the Board of Education that videotape meetings are not edited for any purpose. Individuals who speak at the board's public meetings should be aware of these videotaping rules. Good evening. We're doing the superintendent's report before we go into, or we're going straight into closed session?
Before.
You would like to do the superintendent's report now?
Well, or would you rather wait? What's your choice? Do you want to wait for the,
Go ahead.
want to do it?
Go ahead. Let's go
Okay.
for it.
All right. Do we have somebody running the?
No, we don't. So maybe we should postpone it until we
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, we can postpone until after.
Okay.
Maybe we'll start the meeting over again.
Okay.
Thank you, Vanna.
Do-overs.
Banner
It's
Ruggiero.
bloopers. This is making our bloopers roll. Okay. Whereas the Board of Education must discuss matters which are not appropriate for discussion in a public meeting, and these subjects are in the exceptions to the Open Public Meetings Act and are permitted to be discussed in closed session. It really is bloopers night. Whereas the Board of Education intends to discuss matters as follows, those items listed on tonight's agenda. The closed session length is estimated to be 1 hour, after which the public meeting of the board shall reconvene and action will be taken. May I have a motion to go into closed?
So moved.
Moved by Lebu, second by Mark Carangelo. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Aye. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, welcome back. We are going to begin with the superintendent's report this evening.
Thank you, President Lax. Good evening, everyone. Last week, we welcomed approximately 100 new certificated staff members at New Teacher Orientation, led by Danielle Danino, our Director of Professional Learning. New certificated staff learned about school safety and security, affirmative action, effective communication, special education, curriculum, acceptable use of technology, and employee benefits presented by our administrative team, as well as specifics on technology programs and curriculum highlights presented by our supervisors, teachers, and instructional coaches. Participants at New Teacher Orientation were introduced to the Envision Math program along with 2 primary math teaching models, the split classroom and student rotation models. These teachers joined and explored the grade level math and science Google Classroom, which houses a variety of classroom resources to help with their daily lesson planning and design. Our new staff enjoyed a lunch and a presentation hosted by EBEA President Dr. Dana Zimbicki. And we are very excited to have so many talented new teachers joining the East Brunswick family. This summer, our staff members participated in over 145 professional learning workshops. Staff members collaborated, explored, and created many resources that will be used throughout the school year. We are fortunate to have so many who are eager and willing to grow professionally and share their expertise with others. Today, we hosted a professional development for teachers in grades K through 6. Teachers learned how to access and use their Envision Math online and print classroom resources. The presenters stressed the importance of the 3-part Envision Math classroom approach, starting with a whole group problem-solving activity, and then moving to the differentiated small group visual learning bridge and assessment steps. Teachers will collect formative student classroom data to inform their instruction and guide their lessons. Tonight, I am excited to announce that our temporary classroom unit complex, also known as TCU, is ready for teacher and student occupancy. 32 state-of-the-art classrooms and 4 offices now temporarily reside behind the north annex of Churchill Junior High School. Beginning next Tuesday, when students arrive, the district has a 5-year window to construct permanent classroom solutions for our students and teachers, and then the TCUs must be retired and removed. But for now, we embrace our new space, and I know our students and staff will too. District projects that we undertake do not come together without intense oversight and attention to detail. Throughout this year, I will showcase members of our talented team and how they are catalysts for continual improvement of East Brunswick Public Schools. For our TCU project, it was critical to have a point person representing the district's and ultimately the East Brunswick taxpayers' interest. This person had to have a background in project management and a conviction to lead conversations among design professionals, direct work on the district's behalf, and hold individuals, contractors, and vendors accountable for critical timelines, and sometimes their failure to do so. It also helps to have someone who believes any money spent should be spent well, especially when it comes to providing appropriate spaces for students and teachers. And I'm thankful for us, that person is Mr. Bernardo Giuliana, Assistant Superintendent for Business and Support Operations. This summer, he has been hands-on, working countless long days and weekends, spending late night and early mornings sending emails, overseeing countless project meetings, and 100% focused on the goal of opening our TCUs with the excellence we expect. Bernie, on behalf of all the students and staff who will benefit from your tireless commitment, thank you. And from me personally, thank you for what you accomplished for our district. A job well done, sir. Tomorrow begins the handoff. Churchill 7th grade teachers will get access to their classrooms. And when I recommended Mr. Matt Hannes as principal of Churchill, I knew he was bringing a wealth of experience with him. I did not know we'd be putting his high school graduation logistical skills to the test so soon. Adding an entire grade level of students and staff to your existing school is no small feat, but Mr. Hannes did it with aplomb. He dissected his building operation and rebuilt it one element at a time, leaving nothing unaccounted for. And I'm confident Mr. Hannes' leadership at Churchill will continue to be noteworthy as students and teachers assemble en masse next Tuesday. Mr. Hannes, thank you for your foresight and leadership as we embark on this new journey with our 7th grade students, staff, and parents. And earlier today, I got to stand back and watch Mr. Giuliana and Mr. Hannes give a tour to our 7th grade teachers through their new space. It was impossible not to notice the pride on both of their faces. That pride is also shared by Dr. Figueroa and Dr. Boley and their respective teams who also contributed to today's accomplishments. Today marks the culmination of a true team effort, and our students and staff are better for it. Finally, thank you to the entire Board of Education for supporting this vision from inception to conclusion, with all the hurdles in between. I sincerely appreciate each one of you. Just a few reminders. The first day of school is coming pretty quick. It's Tuesday, September 6th, with our new school hours in effect. This is the culmination of an 8-year effort to adopt healthier start times for our students. Grades K to 6 will start at 9 a.m. and conclude at 3:35 p.m. Grades 7 through 12 will start at 8 a.m. and conclude at 2:45 p.m. If your child has a bus, please use the bus. The first 2 weeks of school will involve adjusting to new routines and procedures, especially drop-off at our schools. And we expect traffic to be heavy, and ensuing delays will likely cause frustration. So if your child is entitled to a bus, give yourself a break and let us transport them for you. I wish everyone a successful school year with many great memories. Thank you.
Good stuff.
And I'm sad that our student rep, Miss Megan, is not here today for her report. But I guess she's enjoying, hopefully, the last couple days before her senior year. But on her behalf, I will just say that senior sunrise is tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And for all the seniors that need to get their yearbook photos taken, hopefully you'll do that soon, so. And we will look forward to the next meeting we have. We'll have her to give us an actual report from what is going on in the high school, so. Now, this brings us to the good of the cause for the public. The Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express themselves on school matters of community interest. To protect the privacy of all students and staff, concerns regarding individual students and staff members should generally be addressed by first meeting with the appropriate administrative staff. Public participation will be limited to 3 minutes duration. That will be kept by our esteemed Board Secretary, Mr. Giuliani. Is there anyone that would like to address the board this evening? Okay, seeing none, I will close the public portion then. And before I ask for a motion to move tonight's agenda, is there anything that anyone needs separated out? No. Then I would like to ask for a motion for tonight's agenda. Mrs. Becker and Mr. Carangelo, is there any discussion on all items on this evening's agenda? Okay. Then will the secretary please call the roll?
Mrs. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Carangelo?
Yes.
Mrs. Chu?
Yes.
Mr. Sismar?
Yes.
Mrs. Guas?
Yes.
Mr. Hahn?
Yes.
And President Lax.
Yes. Motion carries. All right, then, before I ask for a motion to adjourn, I wanted to wish everyone a wonderful Labor Day weekend. A very good luck to the school year. If there's any board members, Mrs. Chu?
Just one committee report.
Yep.
So, the East Brunswick Human Relations Council is holding a unity walk on Wednesday, September 7th at 6:30 p.m. at the Municipal Pond area. So I would encourage anyone who can get out there. It's a very lovely evening, very short speeches. We don't stand there for a long time listening to people talk, but it's an opportunity to come together and reflect on how we can work together to make this community a great place for everybody. So hope to see everyone there.
Beautiful event. Mr. Sismar?
Good of the cause. Dr. Valesky, very humble presentation. You're absolutely right about Mr. Giuliana and all the people underneath you, but I'm going to speak for the board even though I'm not supposed to. Speed of the leader, speed of the pack, as I've heard in the past. So none of this would have happened without you at the helm. So I appreciate the humble delivery you had, but, I believe we all, appreciate having you in that seat. And other board members can chime in too, but like I said, I overstepped a little bit and spoke for everybody because I know that's how all the board members feel about the job that you do and the people underneath you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'd like to say the same thing.
Very
Thank
well
you,
said.
guys. I'm 2.5 years on this board or somewhere thereabouts, and I've never seen anything this incredible. It's just every time we have meetings and all these, things, it's just incredible what you guys do, But I have other things. The football field, of course, that's my first game is going to be ready to go? First game
Yes.
ready to go? Okay, great.
Yes.
Also, I'm looking at my phone because my notes are on my phone. I'm not, distracted. Is everything on the field going to be working? The lights and
Yes.
everything's ready to go? Regarding the rest of the track, say the high jump, the long jumps in the back, are they going to be looked at as renovated as well, or what are we doing with that? Is there any
Mr.
type
Giuliani.
of?
The work on the track, high jump, and all those
Yeah.
components to the track, that work will begin within the next day or two.
Well, great.
You didn't ask nicely, I directed that they start working double shifts because we don't want to compromise our first game.
Yes, and one more thing. Softball field, any more movement with that, or?
Project planning is
Same as last-
underway. We're
okay.
still working on project planning.
Gotcha.
There are a number of things involved in that.
Yeah.
Some of it has to do with DEP approvals because there's some wetlands
Yep.
involved, but it's moving along.
I won't keep on asking, but I usually want. So I appreciate everyone here. Thank you.
Mr. Colangelo, sometime in the near future, we're going to give the board and the community update on all the projects that were tackled this summer, and, if they weren't complete, where the progress is. Tonight was really about the TCUs because of opening tomorrow and giving teachers access. But there was so much work that was done this summer that the board approved. I just want to publicly say thank you to all of you, because, as I continue to say, a parent's investment, a family's investment in East Brunswick, when you buy a home here, we know that you're paying a tax bill, and we want to make sure that we deliver on that we provide the best education possible for the investment you've made in East Brunswick. And I think this board's commitment to that with all the projects that were tackled is evidence of that, including environments in school and just a variety of things, which will go even to include a new serving line at Churchill and new food offerings for the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade students at Churchill. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff to share.
It's exciting. Good things to look forward to. Maybe some tours as well in our future. And actually, before I call on you, maybe you can work with Mrs. Reese on also getting a building and grounds meeting, so we can also get some updates there as well.
After I go on my 1-month vacation after this summer.
Okay. All right, we'll give you a month. Mrs. Goss?
I'm kidding.
No, I know.
I just wanted to follow up on, coming through the pandemic, I feel like we all sort of wondered when we would know that things felt normal again. It was like, which milestone will make it feel normal? And I have to say, in the past week, listening to my friends that have children that went to kindergarten orientations, and the amount of joy to be able to go into the schools, the amount of joy that had no but that came after it, the pictures of young children that are in their schools and so excited to be there, that felt wonderfully normal. And then to see the parents really embracing Hammersholt is Hughes. I just kept seeing Hughes everywhere. People are reaching out, what's Hughes? Like Hammersholt Upper Elementary School. It has such excitement and vibrance about it. The PTA is all over the place with that, really just embracing the new identity. And then to see, the text actually going around amongst the seniors about gathering for the first day pictures in their Bear Den shirts. And it's just all of this joy about coming back and the amount of effort that people put into the orientations, the sophomore orientation, just a lot of very enthusiastic, happy people coming back. And it's so nice to see the work everybody's putting in to welcome them back, just paying off. The community and the kids are so excited.
Very true. And actually, you know what, normalcy, Mrs. Becker will appreciate this. Target, school supplies, rummaged through, wiped out, waiting for these children to have school supplies bought by Auntie Vicky, so.
And
Auntie Vicky?
that is, you are a mind reader. I think I say this every year, Auntie Vicky. I know that school supplies can be a major headache and hassle, and you look at these lists and you think, oh my God, do they really need 5,000 different colored crayons and 47 markers and this and that? Well, I have to tell you that I cannot walk into a Target or a Staples without bursting into tears. For me, the year begins in September. And I remember every single back to school, sitting in my living room with my boys, parceling out school supplies and labeling folders. Guys, appreciate it and celebrate it and enjoy it.
And in lieu of Amazon wish list, there will be an Auntie Vicky wish list, if you'd like to sign your children up for school supplies
I once
purchased.
offered to adopt children, and then I realized I got so many requests, I would have had to take 5 jobs to buy all the school supplies, but I cherish it.
Cherish it. And
cherish
cherish
it.
this week, because there's still a tax holiday on all your school supplies.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have a
That's
couple
right.
more days. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Well, the 5th, yes. Thank you, Alex. So, all right, well, this is very exciting. The next time we reconvene, we will have students in our buildings, happy parents that our students are in our buildings, and later start times, which of course took us 8 years, and my own child wants to, Well, she's not so happy, but
She's the only one.
she's not the only one. Another
But
kid.
she's a
Really?
senior, so she
She's a
must be happy
senior.
about
No, it's
that.
funny.
No,
A
she's
couple of
not.
seniors have complained.
She's really not.
It reminds me of the kids when we tried to take away final exams years ago. Do you remember that?
Try to take away what?
Final exams and
Oh, my
midterms.
God.
And the kids came out and they freaked out on us, and I laughed. So yes, so a couple of the kids have said that they wish they had the earlier start dates. But wishing everyone a very happy holiday, safe holiday weekend, and exciting start to school. And with that, who would like to do our, Mrs. Becker would like to have a motion to adjourn. Mr. Hong is willing to second her. Any discussion? I feel like an auctioneer. All right, all in favor? Opposed? Thank you, and good night.